like to welcome everyone to the Fort Collins City Council regular meeting of November 23rd in the Linda Hartlove Fort Collins City Council chambers. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Lord, chair, and for a moment of silence for those serving and protecting
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Madam President, forgive me. If we could, we just got some really good news.
Just real quick, just want to let everybody know that that young lady that was missing was found safe and sound. So I want to let everybody know that. Thank you to the police department.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ms. Postheimer is back. Welcome back.
Hey.
It's amazing what
were gone?
just flew by.
That's right. Oh.
Okay, would the clerk please call the roll?
Jake Velo,
Excuse?
Pat Hovis.
Here.
Beth Gilman.
Here.
Roseanne Hickman.
Present.
Lisa Sabodian. Here. Margaret Phillips.
Here.
Jerry Tiroli.
Present.
Thank you. Council, you previously received the November 9th, 2021 regular meeting minutes and the special meeting minutes. I have a motion to approve the minutes.
Madam President, I move to approve the minutes from the November 9 and the special meeting of that same day.
Thank you. Second. Mr. Trolley. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Thank you. Minutes are approved. Motion carries. The chair notes the certification has been made regarding compliance with the rules and regulations of this meeting. We have no guest presentation, no public comments. Move on to executive officers' reports. Tonight, Council, you can see we have a full agenda. We have several new ordinances and a resolution for the first reading. Ordinance 29-21 can do the 3 full readings. Ordinance 30-21, administration has asked for it to be passed on its second reading for time-sensitive matters. Ordinance 31-21 will do the full 3 reads. Ordinance 32-21, full 3 reads. Those do not need to be assigned to a committee. Ordinance 33-21 will be 3 reads, and that will be assigned to the Finance Committee. Ordinance 34-21, administration has asked that it be passed on the first reading due to time sensitive, and so we can meet some deadlines. And then resolution 21-12 will do the full 3 reads. And then Mrs. Schenker will talk about ordinance 34-21 during her time to explain what's going on with that. And I would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and also good luck to the Redskins. It's been remarkable about how well they've done and how far they're going and a lot of memories made, and so good luck, Redskins. Now we're there.
Thank you, Madam President. Earlier today, Mr. Colston and I were on a Zoom call with Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur and representatives from Pogemeyer and some of Congresswoman Kaptur's staff. There were 2 points of emphasis during our hour-long conversation. The first one was trying to get some additional funding through the federal government that's funneled through the state to help with Plan B of our infrastructure project. We walked her through the plan and the history of how we got to where we are today. And then the second one was to ask for some assistance, if needed, from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers as we work along Lakeshore Drive. We know we're going to be going into Lake Erie a little bit. There's some permits that we know we're going to need. We've asked for her assistance in trying to speed up the process of acquiring those permits, because we all know we don't want another Memorial Day weekend nor Easter to take out Lakeshore Drive. So I want to thank Congresswoman Kaptur officially for for taking the time out of her schedule to be part of that. She's well aware of the Redskins and their run in the state, and I'll pass along to Coach Carmen her remarks in a text message later tonight. Completely different shift here. Santa's coming to town, if you hadn't heard. December 4th from 3 to 5, Santa and Mrs. Claus will be at the Island House to greet kids of all ages. At 5:30 then there'll be the annual Christmas parade from the old community market parking lot down to Adams Street along 2nd Street, where the tree will be lit. Santa then will hang out for a little bit in the new Santa house, a new location for the Santa house, but get home in plenty of time for a football game. And then Santa will be back at the Santa house from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday the 11th, as well as Saturday the 18th. Leaf pickup is continuing through the community. I believe they've made it at least one, maybe 1.5 times through the city, and they will continue on that process until the leaves stop falling or they've all blown into the lake, whichever comes first, or the snow falls and they freeze. The walkway project, we had a update meeting last week. It's progressing well. They anticipate second, third week of December, they'll take a break. That was all on the plan for weather, and then once the weather breaks in March, they'll come back. They're still right on schedule. They don't anticipate any issues. Again, substantial completion date on that is May 20th, with final completion June 20th. So it'll be ready to go by Memorial Day weekend. Have some sad news to report. Chris and Stacy Maple, if you don't recognize the name, those are the folks that have had the concession stand at Lakeview Park the past couple of years. They informed us that they will not take the option for the third year. So the administration has been actively trying to seek a replacement. No luck at this point. If you or anyone you know is interested, please give Tracy a call, or Mr. Colston here a call at City Hall with credentials, and we'll have the paperwork for that. So again, the City Park concession stand is available for operation. Former Ohio State graduate Clay Finken has been appointed as the new director of Keller Field. Very important economic engine of this community. It's amazing the amount of people and commerce and everything that flows through that airfield. I've lived around my life, and I'm sure I've been there. We've all been there, but I don't think we realize the true impact that it has on our community. December is, and I forget the term, but he'll mention in a second. It's dealing with aviation and small airports. So with my seeing eye assistant, we have a proclamation that we'd like to present. This will then be presented to the airport tomorrow when I go out there.
General Aviation Appreciation Month. Whereas general aviation and community airports like our own Erie Ottawa International Airport play a critical role in the lives of our citizens, as well as in the efficient operation of our business and agriculture. And whereas according to the 2014 Ohio Airports Economic Impact Study, general aviation airports in Ohio support a total output of more than 1.8 billion, 17,497 jobs in Ohio, and over 688 million in annual payroll. And whereas according to the Ohio Department of Transportation Office of Aviation, Ohio has 150 public use airports which serve 15,820 pilots and 7,800 registered aircraft. And whereas the Erie Ottawa International Airport is one of these publicly used airports serving the aviation community at local, state, national, and international levels. And whereas according to the FAA, Ohio is the home to 130 repair stations, 16 FAA approved pilot schools, 3,962 student pilots, and 3,008 flight instructors. And whereas the Erie Ottawa International Airport is home of the Gripping Flying Service, which operates both an aircraft repair and maintenance facility and a pilot training program. And whereas general aviation not only supports Ohio's economy, but it also improves overall quality of life by supporting emergency medical and healthcare services, law enforcement, firefighting, disaster relief, and investments in substantial fuels and emerging technology. technologies. And whereas general aviation has been deeply impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, causing an impact on operation jobs, the dependent industry sectors and communities, and whereas general aviation stands at the forefront of the overall economic recovery, and whereas the nation's aviation infrastructure represents an important public benefit and direct congressional oversight should be in place of this system to ensure that it remains a public system and serves communities of all sizes. And whereas leaders should invest in the critical infrastructure to ensure future economic growth and our next generation of aviation professionals and pilots. Therefore, I, Michael J. Snyder, Mayor, do hereby proclaim December 2021 as General Aviation Appreciation Month in Port Clinton, Ohio, and encourage all citizens to join in this observation. Signed, Mayor Michael Snyder.
So with that, that'll be presented to the folks out at the airport tomorrow. So congratulations to them. I think we all appreciate it. I know there's at least one pilot in the room. Any others? No? Just the one? Okay. Okay. Very good. Just finally then, and of course, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Please be safe. If you're going to deep fry a turkey, don't do it on your front porch or in your garage, please. That message is from Fire Chief Kent Johnson. And of course, not only go Redskins, go Buckeyes. Let's see how many Redskin fans we have here. We are
PC.
Thank you very much, Madam President.
Thank you. We'll move on to the treasurer's report.
I was going to say, I've flown out of that airport for 20 years. It was a lot of fun. Bed tax to date, $268,172.44. Dock tax to date, $28,637.96. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy, for taking care of it all.
Law Director.
Speaking, Madam President, there is a new ordinance that is time sensitive. This is another opiate settlement ordinance. This one was with Johnson & Johnson. It looks like there's about $22.8 billion to be paid out to all of the states. And they are looking for a 95% participation from everyone. For the last settlement that we participated in, we had 99% participation from all of the state municipalities and townships. So we did reach that number. So if we could reach 99% participation, again, that is needed to get the most amount of funding. So the more participants, the more money the states, cities, and townships will receive. Once again, this will be going to opioid remediation, and it looks like about 85% of the proceeds will be used for current opioid remediation, and then the rest will be used for future efforts. So once again, by signing this or by agreeing to this ordinance, really all it's doing is giving the Safety Service Director the authority to sign the participation agreement, saying that the City of Port Clinton would like to be part of the settlement and would like to receive any money from the settlement with Johnson & Johnson. And that's all I have, Madam President.
Thank you. Does the council have any questions for the Law Director in reference to that?
Yes, it's not.
Correct. Yes.
Unfortunately, these come out last minute, and the deadline as of right now is December 8th.
Okay. We'll move on to supervisor's report. Mr. Cole.
Thank you. I think the mayor touched on the leaves and all that stuff. We'd rather you put them on the curb line and not into the street, because then we have been using the sweeper to go around, but we don't get every street, and then if we get a lot of rain, it gets in the catch basin and causes a problem with the sewer plant. So if we could do that, that'll be fine. I just want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your families. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. We'll move on to committee reports. Safety Services, Ms. Phillips.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Thank you. Environment and Public Works, Ms. Sigmund.
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Arts and Culture
Thank you, Madam President. Arts and Culture met to discuss Resolution 2111. During that discussion, we voted unanimously to pass it, and we were all in favor for it, 3-0. Just ask the council to consider that when it comes up to the vote. That's it, Madam President.
Under correspondence, we have the Architectural Review Board approved minutes from October 14th, 2021. Council previously received. Do I have a motion to approve the correspondence as stated?
So moved.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
Excuse me, first.
Mrs. Hickman, I'm sorry. Mrs. Hickman first, and Mrs. Jones second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries and correspondence are accepted. We will now move on to readings of ordinances and resolutions. And the third reading, we have ordinance 27-21. Would the clerk please, does council wish to take any action
Madam
prior to
President.
the reading? Yes.
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion to correct the caption as to ordinance 27-21. There was nothing wrong with it. There was no correction in the body, just the caption from the last reading was incorrect.
Okay. Do we have a second? Thank you, Mr. Flores. I have a motion by Mrs. Gilman, seconded by Mr. Trolley to correct the caption for ordinance 27-21. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman.
Yes.
Lisa Sabodian.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries 6-0, and the caption is corrected. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only the corrected caption for ordinance 27-21?
Ordinance 2721, an ordinance creating a fund for the payment of expenses for the cremation of indigent unclaimed bodies located in the state of Ohio who legally resided in the city of Fort Lytton at the time of their death and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 27-21?
Madam President,
Mr.
make a
Troy?
motion to adopt ordinance 27-21.
Now second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we did not.
All right,
You're right.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
Let's start over.
I was sleeping.
He's thinking about turkey.
That's it.
Are you rescinding your?
Yes, I am rescinding my motion.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 27-21?
Madam President.
Yes, Mr. Trolley.
It's Jerry's first day.
Wow.
Come on.
Yes.
I move to retain the emergency clause for
There you
ordinance
go.
Thank you.
27-21.
I forgot to take my medication.
Do I have a
before I left.
second?
Jerry
I
second.
second that.
Thank you.
Good Lord. This is my first meeting. I
Any
apologize.
discussion? Okay, seeing none, I have a motion by Mrs. Gilman to retain the emergency clause, seconded by Mr. Trolley. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Roseanne Hickman.
Yes.
Lisa Sabodian.
Yes.
Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries 6-0. And the emergency clause is hereby retained as to ordinance 27-21. Does council wish to take any further action as to ordinance 27-21?
Madam President.
Yes, Mr. Trolley.
I make a motion oh my God, to approve ordinance 27 adopt I'm done. Ordinance 27-21.
I will second.
Thank you.
Wow.
Any discussion? Okay.
Where's my medication?
I have a motion by Mr. Trolley to adopt ordinance 27-21, seconded by Ms. Phillips. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Lisa Sabodian.
Yes.
Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries 6-0. Ordinance 27-21 is hereby adopted. We'll move on to second readings of ordinances and resolution. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance 28-21?
Ordinance 28-21, an ordinance appropriating certain funds for the operation of the city of Fort Clinton, Ohio.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 28-21 this evening? Seeing none, Ordinance 28-21 will be moved to its third reading on December 14th, 2021. Second reading, we have Resolution 21-11. Will the clerk please read Resolution 21-11 by title and summary only?
Resolution 21-11, a resolution in support of a joint vision with the Village of Oak Harbor by adopting funding to complete the Portland Arts Garage project and the Oak Harbor Riverfront Development Project through the inclusion of both projects as a joint venture into the 2022 and 2023 state capital budget.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to Resolution 21-11 this evening? Seeing none, Resolution 21-11 will move to its third reading at the December 14th, 2021 regular scheduled meeting. Move on to first readings of ordinances and resolutions. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only Ordinance 29-21?
Ordinance number 29-21, and an ordinance amending section 1125.021, 1135.09A, 1143.01, 1143.08, 1145.03A, 1151.02, 115 setback line, 1161.08 yard, 1163.03, 1165.10, and 1167.15D, and repealing section 1135.06B3 of the codified ordinances of the Port Clinton Planning and Zoning Code and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to Ordinance 29-21? Seeing none, Ordinance 29-21 will move to its second reading on December 14th, 2021 at the regularly scheduled meeting. The clerk please read by title and summary only Ordinance 30-21.
Ordinance number 30-21, an ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Safety and Service to enter into a collective bargaining agreement with the Teamsters Local 20 and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to Ordinance 30-21? Seeing none, Ordinance 30-21 will move to its second reading at the December 14th, 2021 regular scheduled meeting. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only Ordinance 31-21?
Ordinance number 31-21, an ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Safety and Service to enter into a dockage and wharf agreement with the Sassy Sal's Charter Service Incorporated and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to Ordinance 31-21 this evening? Seeing none, Ordinance 31-21 will move to its second reading at the December 14th, 2021 regular scheduled meeting. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only Ordinance 32-21?
Ordinance number 32-21, an ordinance authorizing the Chief of Police to enter into an agreement with the State of Ohio Department of Natural Resources for financial assistance for the operation of the Port Clinton Harbor Patrol and appropriated funds.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to the Ordinance 32-21? I put my finger away. Jerry's starting it.
You need your medication.
Seeing none, Ordinance 32-21 will move to its second reading at the December 14th, 2021 regular scheduled meeting. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only Ordinance 33-21?
Ordinance number 33-21, an ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Safety and Service to enter into an agreement with Pogemeyer Design Group, a Kleinfelder company, for topographic surveying, preliminary engineering design, final design engineering, multiple agency permitting, and funding source administration for the Lake Shore Drive reinvestment improvement project and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to Ordinance 33-21 this evening?
I'm okay.
Seeing none, Ordinance 33-21 will move to its second reading on December 14th, 2021 at the regular scheduled meeting. The clerk please read by title and summary only Ordinance 34-21.
Ordinance 34-21, an ordinance authorizing the Director of Safety and Service to accept the material terms of the One Ohio subdivision settlement pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding and consistent with the terms of the July 21st, 2021 National Opioid Settlement Agreement, and execute the participation agreement for the One Ohio subdivision settlement with the Jansen, Johnson & Johnson, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 34-21 this evening?
Madam President,
Mr.
make a
Troy?
motion to waive the 3 required readings, please.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Gilman. Any further discussion? Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Trolley, seconded by Mrs. Gilman to waive the 3 required readings as to ordinance 34-21. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Margaret Phillips,
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman,
Yes.
Pat Hovis,
Yes.
Beth Gilman,
Yes.
Lisa Sabodian,
Yes.
and Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries 6-0. The 3 required readings as to ordinance 34-21 have been waived. Does council wish to take any further action as to?
Madam President, I request that declaring an emergency be waived.
Retain.
Retain.
Clause.
It's your fault.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Party of advice, Mike.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, I have a motion by Ms. Phillips, seconded by Mrs. Gilman, to retain the emergency clause as to ordinance 34-21. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Lisa Sabodian,
Yes.
Beth Gilman,
Yes.
Jerry Trolley,
Yes.
Margaret Phillips,
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman,
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries 6-0. The emergency clause is hereby retained as to ordinance 34-21. Does council wish to take any further action as to ordinance 34-21?
Madam President, I move to adopt ordinance 34-21.
Thank you, Mrs. Hickman. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Any discussion?
Yes.
I have a motion by Mrs. Hickman, seconded by Ms. Hovis, to adopt ordinance 34-21. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Roseanne Hickman,
Yes.
Beth Gilman,
Yes.
Pat Hovis,
Yes.
Margaret Phillips,
Yes.
Jerry Trolley,
Yes.
Lisa Sabodian.
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries. With a vote of 6-0, ordinance 34-21 is hereby adopted. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only, resolution 21-12?
Resolution 21-12, a resolution authorizing the sale of personal property by the internet auction.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to resolution 21-12 this evening? Seeing none, resolution 21-12 will be moved to a second reading on December 14th, 2021. Move on to business from the floor. Ms. Lois.
Oh, thank you. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I want to say we are PC, go Skips, and I want to say OH.
I.O.
That's it, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Trolley.
Nothing tonight. Nothing tonight.
Mrs. Hickman.
I want to know where Jerry is. I
didn't take
it. Lord. I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all enjoy time with your family. And go Redskins and go Buckeyes.
Thank you. Mrs. Zabodian?
Everyone happy and safe Thanksgiving. Also, go PC, go Bucks.
Mrs.
I'm pretty sure for Michigan.
Ms. Phillips.
With all this going on with the football team locally, because that's our biggie, it is really nice to see the spirit that's going out. We don't have to wait for a real holiday to come up with it. It's nice, that's all, thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Gilman.
A happy Thanksgiving to everybody and good luck to PC. They are having a send-off at 3 p.m. if you're around on Friday. By the time where the buses leave pretty quick. They load those kids and get on the way, but it's kind of fun to see everybody gather. So good luck to them, and that's it. Nothing else, Madam President.
Thank you. With no further business, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Madam President, I move this August body adjourn.
second?
I second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Ms. Phillips, second by Mrs. Gilman. To adjourn, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign? We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.